Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video. In this video today is, of course, the preview for the Leeds United vs Blackburn Rovers game. Going into this game, of course, let's look at the last six fixtures. The last six fixtures have us winning our last time we played them. Of course, we won 2-0. Before then, we played them in the Cup, which was a 1-1 draw. I think that's the Cup, or is that like a friendly? What is that? That's a club friendly. Sorry, let's not count that then. Before that, we won 3-1 in 2020, 2-1 in 2019. 3-2 in 2018, and then we lost 2-1 in 2018 as well. Going off, like, you look at the table, you look at the recent form, you can look at Leeds United. We're in third, of course, on 42 games played, 26 wins, 9 draws, 7 losses, on 87 points, pushing for that top 2, which is still very possible for us. You look at Blackburn, are in 18th place. They're trying to survive. I'm pretty sure they aren't fully safe yet, and they're not out the relegation zone yet. But I think they should be close, I think. I don't know how close it actually is between them and the bottom. You guys will see it right here, but I'm not quite sure because I don't have it in front of me. But then you got recent form, 3 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss for us. Fallen off a bit in the last couple of performances, but their results, they've drawn 3, they've lost 2, and they've won only 1. And, you look at that and you're like, okay, their recent form's been bad. How have they played? Well, their last game, they actually lost to Bristol City 5-0. They lost 5-0 to Bristol City in their last game, which you look at that and you say we should win. But then you go to a couple of games before that, like 2 games before that, they beat Sunderland 5-1. So you're like, oh, a team that we couldn't score against. Though I thought Sunderland was really good against us, and it looked like they were poor against Blackburn. I didn't watch the game against Blackburn, but it looks like they were poor. Now, we need to change something in this game. Farke needs to change something. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be personnel or some kind of thing to go with the tactics. I do not know. But we do need to change something, whether that's a change of Joseph switch for Bamford. But I don't think that's it. I don't think switching Joseph for Bamford will change everything, because the problem isn't the finishing at the moment. At the moment, honestly, the problem isn't our finishing. It is our creating. We don't have the creative players that are creating the chances for the striker. Like that first half in the game against Sunderland, right? That first half. Honestly, Joseph's on the pitch instead of Bamford. We probably get the exact same amount of chances in that first half, I'm pretty sure, because we didn't create the chances. We're not creating those chances. So as I said, whether it's a swap for Archie Gray maybe into midfield and you start Roberts, I don't know if he's 100% fit. Like, it surely has to be like a midfield change. Whether you start Nonto and drop Rutter, because he's been performing poor recently, actually. You don't see, or do you put Nonto on the wing and drop James, because people have said he's played poor, but for me, it's hard when you're going to the left, and you're playing it to Somerville every single time. We play it to Somerville way too much, and we're never going to the other side to go to Dan James. There was moments in the last game against Sunderland where Archie Gray's screaming for the ball, having his hands up, and we keep going to the way of Somerville. We're trying to push it that way. Farke even pretty sure said in his interview after the game that we kept pushing it that way too much. And yes, we have been. But we've done that in other games. He hasn't really said it, But we do. We keep going to Somerville for some reason, and we don't try and find Dan James, who, if we put that into space, he's going to find that space and win the ball easily. But, yeah, I don't know what the change has to be. For me, it has to be more of the creative than the finishing, For me, it's not Joseph for Bamford. That doesn't change a lot for me, in my opinion. You can have your own opinions. Do you start Joseph in the 10? That's actually a question I want to ask you guys. Do you start Joseph in the 10? Because I've actually thought of this. Joseph is a creative player. Like, we've seen him on the pitch. Like, his pace is very good. His passing is actually decent. Because I remember in the game before the Sunderland game, God, who we play? Was it the Watford game? It was the game we drew. Which one was that? Was that the Watford game? It was, right? It was the Hall game. Sorry, it was the game we lost. Yeah, it was the Hall game. Sorry, it was the game we did lose. And like, you look at, Coventry, not Hall. Sorry, Coventry. It was the Coventry game. Because the way he played that ball into Pirro for that chance right at the end was brilliant. And I think his passing game is actually decent. So, do you play Joseph in the 10? Do you have Bamford open the space up front, and then you have Joseph having that space to go through the space that he's created? And maybe that's how we score goals. Because at the moment, Rodon's taking the ball sometimes. I look at Rodon. He's taking the ball sometimes and going straight through the middle, and there's no options to pass to, so he has to either turn around and go backwards. And that's basically all he can do. There's so many times where he brings it forward through the middle because they open up space, the attacking, and he has space to go through, so he goes through it. but there's no option to pass through once he gets through. There's just defenders. So I don't know where Rutter is in these situations, because I don't think he's in where he should be, which is giving an option for Rodon to pass to. Now, I don't know what as I said, I don't know what the change should be. I want you guys to let me know in the comments. I mean, a lot of people are probably going to say Bamford, Joseph for Bamford, but I just don't know, because I feel like we're more struggling in the creating chances than actually scoring the chances. So if I'm going to predict the lineup, let's go with the predicted lineup. Melia is going to be in goal. Archie Gray is going to be at right back. We're going to have Rodon and Ampadu at centre backs. We're going to have Burpo at left back. We're going to have Kamara and Gruev in the midfield. We're going to have Rutter in the 10. We're going to have Somerville on the left. I'm actually going to I think Bark will put Nonto on the right and then Bamford up top. That's honestly what I think he's going to do. The only change he'll make is Dan James for Nonto, which for me is probably a bit unfair on Dan James' part, because he didn't really get the chance because we kept going to the left. And if we do it in the next game, Nonto's going to have the exact same performance. The ball's not going to go to him. You know what I mean? In my opinion, I would honestly change the number 10. I'll give Rutter a rest, because he's coming back from that injury and he doesn't look the same. I'll give him a rest, take Rutter out, put Nonto in the 10, and then start James out wide still. That's what I would do. The other change I would probably make is Gray in midfield, and then play Robert to right back if he's able to play a full 90. See, we don't know how fit he is. But, yeah, that's basically it. Let's go for let's go score predictions. My score prediction is Leeds United going to win this game 2-0. That's just confidence. We're at home. We're unbeaten at home all season still. And that's all the confidence I have left. With Ipswich also drawing, that's basically a let-off for us that they didn't win. We just have to keep going. This is our chance. We have to take our chances, and we didn't take it this week. Let's take it on the weekend. Let's win this game, please, because I can't handle Twitter. I can't handle Twitter when we are dropping points. I can't handle Twitter right now. So please win, Leeds United. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you boys in the next one. Peace.